Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my updated album collection, and I've made a video like this before but not on this channel. I made it on my other channel, but I decided I would do it on this channel as well since I have a lot more albums than from the previous video. But yeah, this is right here is just all of my albums together. I'm going to be putting them out all on the floor so you guys can see, but I have this many. I'm just like, oh, like if we can get it right here, like, oh my, that's a lot. And then these boxes right here, I mean these bags are full of albums as well. So yeah, I've been meaning to do this, but I was waiting for other albums to come in. But now that I have all the other albums, I decided that, why not do it? So here it is. So like I said, I am going to be putting them out, laying them out all over the floor so you guys can see. And yeah. Alright, so this is all of my albums laid on the floor. So as you can see, I have a lot. I counted them, and I have a total of 138. So I'm like, wow, okay. But I know a lot of people have more than this, but this is all that I have. And let me just zoom in for you guys so you guys can see the albums in depth. So right here, that's all that I have right here. Then we go down, and as you can see, these are all the albums that I have been collecting. I have been collecting since 2012, I want to say. I don't remember, or 2011, but it's one of those years. But yeah, definitely I have a bunch of albums right here. This is all that I have collected. Some of these are duplicates because I did buy extra copies, so yeah. Alright, so that is all of the albums that I have. Oh my god, oh. But like I said, I have a total of 138 albums, and this is it in its glory. So now we are just going to be doing them one by one, showing you what I got, and yeah. Alright, so now we are going to begin with the actual collection, showing you guys one by one each of the albums that I have. They will go by like company and group order, so I'm starting off with SM since I have a lot of SM albums, so we are going to begin with them. The first group that I have is a Red Velvet. This is the only album that I have from them, so this is the front and this is the back. So I only have Ice Cream Cake. Now we move on to Epixit. So right here, I have Electric Shock, Red Light, which I recently just got, and Hot Summer. We're going to move on to TVXQ. I don't know why I keep hitting the camera, I'm sorry guys. But I have Catch Me, which is, I don't remember what album this is, but yeah. And then I have their Japanese single, Still. And then I have their Tense album. I got the something. So that is that. Now we are going to move on to Shiny. I have Amigo. Their first album. Shiny Dream Girl. Misconceptions of You. Here's the back. Hello, Shiny, the second album repackaged. This is the Hong Kong press. And then I have Shiny Sherlock with Jonghyun as my cover and his nips. Now moving on to Girls' Generation. I have their first full album, I believe. This is the signed Baby Baby. On the back. Girls' Generation Genie. This is their US single, The Boys. I have 2 copies of the Korean version of The Boys. So the reason why I got 2 copies is because one of the CDs broke in mine, so I had to buy another copy, so yeah. And then Girls' Generation Hoot, their third mini album. And then Run Double Run, repackage of O. I do not have O though. And then we have I Got a Boy, the all-member version. Right there. so that is that. And now we are gonna move on to Super Junior. So I have Super Junior M. This is Perfection, I want to say. Yeah, I think it is Perfection. So this is the front. Their third album, Sorry Sorry, It's You. Super Junior Mr. Simple version B, I believe. I don't remember. Super Junior, the fourth album, Bonamana. Album, the photo book is just amazing. It just looks so good. Ugh. And then I have their Super Junior, can't even fit in the shot, but it's their Super Junior Seafrian single, the sixth album. It is this huge book. You can't really see it, but I have that. So now, finally, we are going to move on to EXO. Okay, so first one that I have is Chanyeol's Love Me Right. Like I said, I am combining the Japanese releases and the Korean releases together because I do not have that much Japanese releases to make a separate video. So yeah, so I have Chanyeol's version of Love Me Right. Then I have 4 copies of their first mini album. So I have the Korean version and then the M version. I have 4 copies, 2 of each. And then I have EXO's Overdose, so on the back, Rahur. Then I have EXO Miracles in December, winter single. And then I have both versions of Sing For You. I have Chanyeol's Chinese version, and then I have Dio's Korean version. And then we have Exodus. I have a bunch of albums from EXO, so don't mind me. So I have Chanyeol's Exodus, Dio's Exodus. Then I have Love Me Right, the Korean version. Then we have XOXO. It's not in the shot, but yeah, XOXO, their first album. And then I finally have Growl, their first album repackaged. So that is all of the SM albums that I have. So if you want to see what I have, okay, we're going to pan. So that is all. I suck at panning stuff, but that is all the SM albums that I have currently. So yeah, now we are going to move on to another. Alright, so after SM, I am going to be doing the boy group. So let's begin with 17. I have both versions of their Boys B album, the Hide and Seek version. I don't know if it's in the shot. Here you go, this is the back. And then I have their first mini, 17 Carat. So that is that. Now let's move on to Monsta X. I have Rush. I have both versions. This one is signed by Juhan, I believe. Back of it. Back. So I have both versions of that. And then I have their first mini album, Trespass. So yeah. Next albums I am going to be doing are BAP. So BAP's first single album, Warrior. BAP's third single album, Stop It. Second single album, Power. And then One Shot. Warrior Law. There you go. So that is that for BAP. Now moving on to BTS. I have their Japanese release for Boys in Love. This is a regular version. Part 2 of The Best Moment in Life. I'm probably butchering that, but yeah. I don't have the other version and I suck for that. And then I have their first album, Dark and Wild. Oh, Are You Late Too? and then School Love Affair. So that is BTS. Now we are going to move on to New West from Pledis. Goodbye Baby, Rebirth, their first full album. US Face, their first single album. And then US Action, their second single album. Oh, first mini album, I should say. I'm wrong. There you go. So that is US. Now we are going to move on to Teen Top. Teen Top, Come Into the New World, Clap Encore. There you go. Teen Top first. I think this is their second single album. Transform. This is one of the first albums that I bought, like, ever in my K-pop collection. This is the very first. So yeah, Teen Top, first full album, number 1. Teen Top second mini album, It's. Special, summer special, I don't remember the name of the song, but yeah, really nice. Teen Top Class Edition. I really like the photo book for this. Teen Top Class. And then Teen Top's Excito or Excito, I don't know. But I did pre-order their new album, so that should be coming in like early February. So yeah. Now we are going to move on to B1A4. So, fourth mini album. What is this? I think this is their third mini album, In the Wind. B1A4 first album, Ignition. B1A4 Sweet Girl. And B1A4 Repackage. It's not in the shot, but it is special edition. It is Baby Goodnight. And in the back, if you can't really see it, but there you go. So that is B1A4. Now we are going to move on to Infinite. Sorry, it's just a struggle to get these albums. Okay, so Infinite's Destiny. Infinite H, Fly Again. Sungkyu's first mini album. I would take it out, but it's a lot of effort to do that. So yeah, I have his first solo album. And then this is one of my prized possessions. It is Infinite's Over the Top, which I got when it first came out. So yeah, definitely I have this, and it's just perfection. And then I have Infinite's Evolution. For the dawn, before the dawn. Infinite fourth mini album, New Challenge. Infinite fifth mini, Reality. And then this is my signed Infinite first Invasion. Back of it. And then finally, Infinite Infinitize. Here's the back of it. So yeah, so that is Infinite. Now we're going to move on to B2B. B2B. I have their signed album, which I got for free at KCON, Beep Beep Bang Bang. Thriller. And then The Winter's Tale. I really do want their new albums, like the recent albums that they just released, because the songs on there are just amazing. Now we are going to move on to Boyfriend. So I have their Japanese single, Hitomi no Melody. Second single, I believe, I'll Be There. Oh no, the third single album. And then fourth mini album, Wonderland. Sorry for all the cars that are passing by. You can hear them. I'm sorry. And then I have the second mini album, Obsession. And then I have Boyfriend, the first album, repackaged Aya. So yeah, so that is Boyfriend. Now, oh my god, we are gonna move on to VIX. Oh my god, I'm struggling with life. Alright, so I have VIX Jekyll. VIX, the first album, Voodoo. Second mini album, Error. Their recent album, Chained Up. This is the Control version. Second single album, On and On. Or was this their third? I'm horrible. I don't even remember. Okay, and then VIX Hide. And then this is like a season's greetings, but it's just, it has other artists as well, but VIX is part of it. So it is the 2012/2013 Heart Project. And so they're there, and then this is the back. So it does come with like a calendar and a CD. So yeah, that is all. So that is all for VIX. So now we are going to move on to other groups as well. Okay, so now we are going to move on to GOT7. I have their winter edition of Mad. So this is one of the versions, because there's two versions of these, but I got this one. GOT7, Got Love. Third mini album, Just Right. Oh, it's falling out. Both versions of Mad. The vertical version. And then the horizontal version. And then I have their first full album, Identify, close-up version. So yeah, so that is GOT7. Now we are going to move on to 2 p.m. 2 p.m., if I can get it to focus, it is their second album, Hands Up. Put your hands up. Third album, Grown. As you can't really see it, but it says Grown right there. There you go. And the photo book is just, oh, it kills me so much. Alright, and then we have Woo Young's first solo album, 23 male single. So that is that. Now we are going to move on to UKISS. I have their Mono Scandal album. The music video killed me for this. And then I have their sixth mini album, Dora Dora. So yeah. Now we are going to move on to Big Bang. I only have one of their releases. And it is really rusty, but it is their live album. And I got Seungri's version. So yeah, I have that. And then we have iKON. So I have their half debut album. And then I also have the full album, the red version, because there's two versions. So yeah. So that is iKON and Big Bang. Now, M Black. M Black, Sexy Beat. And their fourth mini album, 100% version. So yeah, so that is M Black. Now we are going to move on to Cube Entertainment, but this group is like more like a subunit, so it is Troublemaker. I have their first mini album, Troublemaker. And then I have their second mini album, which is Now. There you go. This is the special edition, and the pictures on here are just like, oh my god. But yeah. And then I have a solo artist. He's also part of Starship. I have K-Will. I have his third album, Love Blossom Part 2. And then I have his fourth mini album, Will and Fall. I really love K-Will's music, so I got his albums. We are going to move on to the miscellaneous, so basically groups that I only have one album of. So, C Clown, C Clown, I love you. So this is their Shaking Heart album. Beasts Ordinary, this is the colored version. Really nice photo book. And then I have this album. I have Romeo's second mini album, which I recently got. Then I have K Much's first mini album. Yeah, so this is the group from Crayon Pop's Entertainment Company. And I have Zaya's second album, Spectacular. I think this is the limited edition. I don't know. I could be wrong. Then I have Superior Speed. I have Speed's first full album. Oh my god. I'm sorry if the album is not like in shot all the way, but you know, there you go. And then finally, I have Madtown's second album, second mini album, Welcome to Madtown. So that is that. So now I am going to be moving on to girl groups. So let's do that. Alright, so now we are going to be moving on to the girl group releases that I have. I don't have a lot of girl groups compared to the amount of boy groups that I have, but I do have some. So we're going to begin with Tiara. I have their Japanese single, Target. So I have that. And I have their 7th mini album, Mirage, or Sexy Love. There you go. And then I have their 4th mini album, Black Eyes. So, yeah, really good album. So that is that for Tiara. Now we are going to move on to After School. After School Virgin. After School maxi single Flashback. And Kahi is no longer in the group, but I do have her first mini album, which is also one of my first ever albums in collecting K-pop albums. So, yeah. So that is that. And I'm sorry for the amount of cars and noises that are going on. Like, cars are just passing by, and just the amount is just, ugh. And now we are going to move on to Dalsha Bet. I have their 4th mini album, Hit You. So here's the back. And then I have Dalsha Bet's first full album, Mr. Bang Bang. So yeah, so that's Dalsha Bet. Now, A Pink, I have 2 copies. This is the only album that I have of A Pink, but I have 2 copies because one of them was given to me by my cousin. So yeah, so this is their first mini album, 7 Springs of A Pink. So yeah. Okay, so the next group is going to be groups that I only have 1 album of. So we have Kara's Step It. This is their special edition. And I recently heard that Kara disbanded, and I'm really sad about that, but I'm really happy for them because they get to venture on into greater things. And, you know, I wish them the best. And now I have Hello Venus, the 2nd mini album. What are you doing today? Sunny Hill, this is a random album. The Grasshoppers. I really like the song, though. So, yeah. And then I have Girls' Days, Expectation, the first album. So yeah. And then I also have 4 Minutes first album, Mirror Mirror. So yeah, that is that. And now we are going to move on to the last 2 albums that I have, which are OST soundtracks. So I have To the Beautiful You soundtrack. And finally, I have Heartstrings OST Part 1. So if you open it up, looks like this. So that is that. So basically, that is all the albums that I have. Like I said, I have 138, I want to say. So definitely a lot of albums. That is the end of my video, guys. Please stay tuned for more, and I'll probably do another updated collection for you guys in the future once I get more albums. But yeah, that is the end, guys, and until the next video, bye.